until chapter 15. So for instructions, for the best result of this exercise, make sure you study chapter 1 until 15, and then prepare some pieces of paper and pen or pencil to write your answer. There will be about maybe 2 or 3 seconds after each question to write your answer on the paper before the answer key is given and or explained. So you always can pause the video if you need more time. After finish the exercise, check your answer, how many are correct and how many are incorrect. Repeat the process until you get 100% correct answer. Make sure that the 100% correct answer are based on your knowledge, not from your guessing. It is likely that you will get a very good score on your final exam if you follow this instruction correctly. So we start with question number 1. True or false? Anatomy is science of body function. Okay, it is going to be false because anatomy is science of body structure. So this is incorrect. Okay, so anatomy should be science of body structure. Number 2. Physiology is science of body function. It is correct or false? Yeah, it should be correct. Okay, so physiology is science of body function. Anatomy and physiology are difficult to separate because body functions depend on the body structure. Yes, it is true. So remember, structure fit with the function. The term anatomy is originated from A, B, C, or D. So anatomy from the Greek word meaning cutting up. So that's the original meaning of anatomy. The term of physiology is originated from, yes, it's the same. It is also from the Greek word, means relation to nature, which is function to nature. SpongeBob and SpongeBob SquarePants is studying how testosterone influences muscle growth. So based on the information, SpongeBob SquarePants is A or N. Remember how mean function. So SpongeBob will be physiologist. So C is the correct answer. Patrick Starfish is studying the shape, arrangements, and location of epithelial tissue on the skin cell. Based on this information, Patrick Starfish is an A. So remember, shape, arrangement will be structure. So Patrick is anatomist. Should be P. Okay, which of the following lists best illustrate the increasing level of complexity? So this is biological organization. Okay, look for the smallest one, which is atoms. Look for atoms. So you don't find atoms, what is the next one? Molecule. So it's going to be start from molecules. Molecules organized to make cell. Cell organized make tissue. Tissue make organ. Organ make organ system. And finally, become organism. So molecule, cell, tissue, organs, organ system, organism. So should be B is the correct answer. Cell is the basic unit of structure and function of life. True or false? Yes, true. So cell is the basic unit of structure of life. Remember, atom is the smallest unit of matter. Cell is the smallest unit of life. Several organs organized to perform specific function to form a tissue. True or false? So tissue consists of cell, not consists of organs. So the answer is false. Yeah. So the organs organized to make organ system, not make tissue. Tissue is organization of cells. Stratified squamous epithelium of the skin is an example of which organization level. So this is epithelium is gonna be organization of cell, which is tissue. So tissue makes cell. And remember, there are 4 types of tissue: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and nervous tissue. So this is epithelial tissue. The answer is tissue. Blood is an example of which organization level? Blood. A, B, C, or D. So blood consists of cell. There are white blood cell, red blood cell, and platelets. So because this is organization of cells, it is going to be the tissue. So blood is a tissue. The ability of an organism to produce offspring is an example of what characteristic of life? A, B, C, D, or E. So production is going to be reproduction. This is one of the characteristic of life. The ability of an organism to sense and react to changes in its body is an example of sensing. So sensing and react. So it's going to be response. Okay. Sense and then react is going to be response. So look for that one. Responsiveness. So this is also another characteristic of life, responsiveness. Which process is defined as the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide gases? Okay. So exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is a process of respiration. So respiration is actually exchange of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Which process is defined as the removal of waste? Removal. So this is excrete. So excrete is going to be part of the excretion. Excretion, which is done by the urinary system. So is C, excretion. So fill in the blank. All chemical reaction inside the organism to support life is called, remember, all chemical reaction is called metabolisms. And metabolism consists of 2 types, which is anabolisms, building, and catabolism, breakdown. Okay, so ana, build, kata, breakdown. So the answer will be metabolisms. The process to maintain stable internal body condition is called maintaining stable internal body condition within normal range. Like for example, the body temperatures is controlled between 95 to 99. So this is what we call the homeostasis. Homo mean the same, stasis mean condition. Okay, stable body condition, homeostasis. What are the 3 components of feedback system in maintaining homeostasis? So this is over and over. Okay, just remember, the first gonna be the one that receives a stimulus is called a receptor. From the receptor will be carried into the processing center. It's called the control center. And the control center might produce order, and the order will be done by effector. So it's going to be receptor, control center, and effector. That's the three component of feedback system. Which process is an example of negative homeostatic mechanism or negative feedback system? So negative feedback system means, the response will be opposing the response. If the response increase, if uh, the stimulus increase, okay, the response will be decreased. Okay, so negative mechanisms mean the response will be opposing the stimulus. Stimulus increase, the response decrease. Stimulus decrease, the response increase. Okay, in order to make it stable. So look at the example of it. A, secreting insulin after a meal to return the blood glucose to the normal level. Okay, so when we eat, our glucose increase, then we produce insulin to decrease it. This kind of correct answer. Look at B. Increase uterine wall contraction leading to more contraction mean this is positive. So you see more over here, it is positive. C, retention of fluid leading to more. So this is another positive feedback system. Okay, D, there is also say more over here. So this is an indication of positive feedback system. E also, it has more. So more, so it is also indication of positive feedback system. So the correct answer is A, because this response over here, okay, decreasing glucose level is due to the stimulus that's increase the glucose level. Okay, so A will be the answer. Which process is an example of positive homeostatic mechanism or positive feedback system? Again, look for the more. If you see more word or the keyword, that may be the positive feedback system. A is not correct. This is negative feedback system. Increasing body temperature during exercise leading to the sweat that will decrease body temperature. So this is negative feedback system. Retention of fluid leading to more. So more retention of fluid. So this is maybe the answer. Look at D. Increased blood pressure leading to relaxation that will decrease the blood pressure. So this is negative feedback system. Decrease of blood oxygen level leading to increased heart rate to increase the blood oxygen. So this is also negative because decrease, increase. So C will be the answer. So look for the keyword over here, which is more for positive feedback system. Which process is dominantly done by homeostasis? Which one? So, about 90% our body work with the negative feedback system. Negative feedback system. If our body temperature increase during exercise, for example, we will produce sweat to decrease. Okay, that's negative feedback system. If our blood pressure increase, then we will relax our heart muscle to decrease the blood pressure. That's negative feedback system. So mostly our body is controlled by negative feedback system. About maybe 80 to 90%. Homeostasis exists when concentration or conditions of internal body exists when the condition or concentration in the stable stay at the same fixed number, but it is not fixed number. Remember, like our body temperature, most people say 98. 98, that's good, but 97 is still good. 96 still good. 99 also still good. So it's actually not fixed number, not one number, but it is limit. There is a range of number. So D should be the answer. Certain limited range. There is a range, not fixed number for homeostasis. Which of the following illustrate a positive feedback system? Again, positive feedback system is mean that when it is increase, the stimulus increase, the response will increase more. If the stimulus decrease, the response will be decrease more. Okay. Control of blood sugar, this is negative feedback system. Okay, if your blood sugar increase, then you will produce insulin to decrease it. Body temperature control, this is also negative feedback system. If our body temperature increase, then we try to produce sweat to decrease it. Maintenance of blood pressure, it is also negative feedback system, because if blood pressure increase, our heart muscles will be slowed down to decrease it. So this is negative. Uterine contraction during childbirth. So what happened here? During the childbirth, the uterine wall will contract. So the muscle in the uterus will contract. And then our brains will produce oxytocin that will increase more contraction until the baby born. So this is example of positive feedback system. So D should be the answer. Which of the following organ is in the abdominopelvic cavity? So remember, abdominopelvic cavity, this is the biggest body cavity that we have in the ventral area. It consists of many organs. Like, for example, look at A, brain. It is not. Brain is in cranial cavity. The heart, it is not. The heart is in the thoracic cavity. Lungs, also in thoracic cavity. Liver, yes, liver is abdominal pelvic cavity. Spinal cord is in the spinal canal. So the answer will be liver. So there are liver, kidney, intestine. Yeah, there are so many organs in abdominal pelvic cavity. So the correct answer will be liver. Which of the following disease is originated in the abdominopelvic cavity? So this is in the abdominopelvic cavity. So we look for organs that's located on that cavity. Meningitis, it is not, because meningitis is actually layer of brain and spinal cord. So this is whether in the brain or spinal cord. Pneumonia, so this is lungs disease. So this is in the thoracic cavity. Pancreatitis, pancreas located in abdominopelvic cavity. So this is the answer. So C should be the answer. Which of the following is a function of respiratory system? Remember, a respiratory system is for gas exchange. Look for that one. A, movement of body part. This is muscle. Absorption of nutrients. This is blood. Okay, blood, cardiovascular system. Exchange of gases between oxygen and carbon dioxide. So this will be the answer. C. Which of the following is not part of male reproductive system? Male reproductive system start from testicle. This is the one that produce the sperm. The sperm will go to the many duct or canal. One of them is called epididymis. And the testicle will be protected in the scrotum. So scrotum also part of male reproductive system. Uterus, of course, this is female. So this is the answer. Uterus is not part of male reproductive system. Which of the following is not correct in anatomical position? So remember, anatomical position when the patient standing up, and then the palm facing to the front. Okay, so the head facing to the front. Yes, this is anatomical position. The body is erect, which is standing up. Yes, this is anatomical position. The upper limb are on the side. Yes, on the side of the body. The palm are facing forward, facing to the front. Yes, it is. The palm are facing backward. This is not. So E is not anatomical position. Based on directional terminology, the ears are blank to the eyes. So where is the ear? Ear is outside from the eyes. Eyes in the middle. So ear are lateral. The opposite of medial is lateral. So look for the lateral. Ears are lateral to the eyes. E. Based on directional terminology, the chest, which is the thorax, is blank to the belly or abdomen. Where is the chest located? Above the abdomen. So above means superior. So B should be the answer. Organs that are close to the surface of body are called as blank organ. Surface, superficial. Surface, superficial. So the answer will be superficial organs. True or false? Chemistry is the branch of science that studies the function of organs within the body. This is incorrect. The function of organ within the body is part of physiology. Chemistry is a study of matters. Okay, so it is false. Chemistry is the branch of science that study of composition, properties, and interaction of matter. Water is the most abundant organic molecules in the human body. So this is kind of tricky question over here. Yes, water, we have a lot of water. This is dominant, the most abundant, but it is not organic. So this is tricky question over here. So water is the most abundant in organic molecules. So this is false. Atom is the smallest unit of matter. Yes. The atomic number of an atom equal to the number of protons plus neutrons. Remember, atomic number is the number of protons. If it is proton and neutron, it's called atomic mass. So this is false. Okay, so atomic number is number of protons. Atomic mass is number of proton plus neutron. Protons carry positive charge. Protons, positive charge. Yes. Electron, negative charge. Neutron, neutral. So it is true. Protons and neutrons are located in the nucleus or center of an atom. That's correct. Electrons are located in the shell of an atom. That's also correct. Okay, the shell is also known as electron shell because that place for electrons. An atom that loses electrons, such as calcium and sodium ions, are called lose electron. Okay, it means that ions will be positive. Okay, when you lose negative, remember electron is negative. The ions will be positive. Calcium ion positive, sodium ion positive, and all positive ion is called cations. So cations. The negative ion is called anions. So this is cations. Cations have A, B, C charge. So cation means ion that have positive charge. An atom that gain electrons, such as chloride ion, is called A, B, C, or D. So when an atom have electrons, additional electron, it means that the atoms become negative, and it's called the ions. So negative ion is an ion. So chloride is an ion, negative ions. The bond that form of atom that share electron is called sharing. So there are three types of bond, okay, chemical bonds. The first one is called the covalent bond, which is sharing electron. This is going to be the strongest type of bond. The second one is called the ionic bonds, which is bond between positive and negative ions. And then the third one is called the hydrogen ions, which is the bond between hydrogen ion that is a little bit slightly positive with another slightly negative ion. So sharing, it is covalent. The bond that form between sodium ion, which is positive ion, and chloride negative ion to make molecules of sodium chloride or table salt is called between ion. Okay, interaction between ion is called a ionic bond. C is the answer. What happens if sodium chloride or table salt is placed in water? It will be dissolved. And when it is dissolved, and the ions will be separate. Sodium ion, positive, chloride ions, negative. Okay? The bond between sodium and chloride become covalent bond. No, it is not. The bond between sodium and chloride become hydrogen bond. It is not. Sodium ion will dissociate into sodium ion and chloride ion. So this is the answer. What is the atomic number of an atom that has 8 protons, 8 electrons, and 8 neutrons? Remember, atomic number is number of protons. How many protons? 8. So the answer will be 8. What is the atomic mass of an atom that has 8 protons, 8 electrons, and 8 neutrons? Remember, atomic mass is number of or mass of proton plus neutron. It's going to be 8 plus 8. It's going to be 16. What is the valence shell? What is the valence shell? The valence shell is the outermost of shell. Okay? So this is the outermost of electron shell. So look for that one. A is the innermost, is incorrect. The outermost, yes. So this is the correct answer, will be B. The first electron shell of an atom can only take maximum of blank electrons. Remember the rule? The rule is called duplet, which is 2. So only 2 electrons can be taken by the first electron shell. So the answer is 2. Okay, so 2 electron on the first cell. The second cell, maximum 8, and continuously also 8 electron. The second electron shell and above of an atom can only take maximum of blank electron. Okay, this is the octet rule. Octet means 8, so 8 electrons. Okay, so 8 electrons on the second cell, maximum. Okay, after that, if they still have extra electrons, we'll go to the next cell. This is the third electron cell over here. Atom C or carbon that has 6 atomic number will have blank electrons on its valence shell. Remember, valence shell means the outermost electron shell. So if it is carbon that have six atomic number, it means that it has six proton and six electron. So what is the structure gonna be? So on the first cell only carry two, maximum two electron. Then the next cell will be four. That's it. So the valence shell will carry four electrons. Okay, so remember the first cell can only take two and the rest will be on the second cell. This is the outermost cell, the valence shell, it will carry four. Okay. What's the maximum number of hydrogen atoms a free carbon atom can bind with? So carbon, so the valence shell is four. Okay, so there are four electrons on the outermost electron shell. Then it can, and the hydrogen carry one electron. So when the sharing, it means that it can take four hydrogens, right? Because there are four electrons on the valence shell. So when they're sharing the electron over here, it's going to be eight total. So this is following the Dupret rule. So this carbon need four hydrogens in order to make stable. And this become what we call the molecule CH4, which is methane gas. Which of the following is correct about isotopes? What is isotopes? Isotope is the atoms that has the same number of protons but different number of neutrons because they have different atomic mass. Atomic number will always the same because that's the number of proton. So isotope will have the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. So A, the same number of protons, this is incorrect. The same number of proton but different number of neutrons. That's B, yeah, the answer over here. Which of the following is correct about isotopes? Again, isotopes have the same number of proton, different number of neutron, because number of proton plus number of neutron is a mass, atomic mass, then it is also, we can also say that isotope will have different atomic mass. So look at A, the isotope have different proton number, is incorrect. The isotope have different electron number, incorrect. The isotope have different atomic number, incorrect. The isotope will have different mass number, yes. So the isotope will have different mass number because what? Because the number of neutrons will be different, causing the number of atomic mass will also be different. Which of the following is an element? Elements is the same as an atom. Okay, so just look, very similar with atoms. So water consists of hydrogen and oxygen. So water is molecule. It is not element. Sugar is also molecules. It consists of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen. Salt consists of sodium and chloride. So this is also molecule. Carbon dioxide, there are one carbon, two oxygen. So this is also molecules. So the correct answer will be carbon. So carbon is an element or also an atom. Formula of H2O refers to a molecule that has one hydrogen. No, there are two hydrogen. B, molecule that has two hydrogen and two oxygen. It is incorrect because two hydrogen, one oxygen. Two hydrogen, one oxygen. So C will be the answer. What is the most abundant molecules in the body? The abundance of molecules is water. Okay, so remember it is just say molecules. It doesn't say organic or inorganic. So this is actually inorganic molecules, water. Which of the following are the four major elements of or in the body? Okay, the first abundant one will be oxygens. It should be oxygens. And then the next one will be carbon, then hydrogen, nitrogen. So this is the four abundant elements in our body. Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen should be C. What is measure of the pH scale? So pH measure what? H, which is hydrogen ion. So this is measuring the concentration of hydrogen's ions. Hydrogen's ions concentration. That's already correct. So A will be the answer. Solution that has equal number of hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. So H plus OH negative. It's called, so because they have the same number of hydrogens ion and hydroxide ion, that molecules or that solution will be called as a neutral. The pH will be 7. So neutral solution will have pH 7 because it has the same concentration of hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions. Solution that has pH of 7 is called, again, this is neutral. Solution that has high hydrogen ions, concentration is called, if we have higher uh, hydrogen ions, it is called acidic. So hydrogen ion actually acid. So the solution is called the acidic. It has high hydrogen ion concentration. Acidic solution or acid. Solution that has pH of 2.0 is called. So this is the rule. Neutral is 7. If it is lower than 7, okay, the solution will be acidic. If it is higher than 7, the solution will be basic or alkaline. So because this is lower than 7, 2 is lower than 7, so this is going to be acid or acidic. Solution that has pH of 10 is called, remember the rule, higher than 7 will be alkaline or basic. So B is the answer. When placed in a solution, compound HCl dissociate into hydrogen ions and chloride ion. So HCl must be A or N because it is produce acid, which is hydrogen ion, it is acid, then HCl is acid. Okay, so HCl actually stand for hydrochloric acid. That's the name, right? So this is an acid. I didn't say it, before because I want to make sure that you know that HCl is an acid, and the name is actually hydrochloric acid. So this is acid. When placed in solutions, compound of NaOH dissociate into sodium positive ion and hydroxide ion. So whenever it is dissociate produce hydroxide ion, it's going to be alkaline. It's going to be basic. Okay. So NaOH must be an alkaline or basic. The name is actually sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a basic or alkaline. Present solution compound NaCl dissociate into Na plus and chloride negative. Remember, look at this one. There is no hydrogen ion produced. There is no hydroxide ion produced. So it is not acid. It is not basic. It is going to be called salt. So And ACl is actually sodium chloride, which is salt. So this is a table salt. So salt is the answer. Consider reaction of hydrochloric acid plus uh, sodium hydroxide produce sodium chloride plus water. Okay, so an ACl must be an ACl again. This is production of uh, solution between acid and base. So when acid and base combine, they always produce salt and water. So sodium chloride will be salt. Blood pH is strictly maintained between, so blood pH is really strictly maintained. It has to be around 7.3 to 7.5. So average is 7.4. If it's lower than 7.3, then there is a condition called the acidosis, which is bad for our body. And it is above 7.5, it's called the alkalinosis. This is similar, also not good for our body. So the blood has to be maintained the pH between 7.3 to 7.5. A blood pH of blank is called acidosis. So remember again, acidosis means lower than 7.3. So look for the one that lower than 7.3, which is A, at 7.0 to 7.2. That's acidosis. There is a symptom of acidosis. If someone have acidosis or acidic blood, they mostly will be easily to be fatigue and drowsiness, tired easily, confusion, shortness of breath, sleepiness, and headache. So this is a symptom or some symptoms of acidosis. A blood pH of blank is called alkalosis. So alkalosis or alkalinosis, this is when the blood pH higher than 7.5. Look for that one. So it's going to be D at 7.8 to 8. So alkalosis. And the symptom of alkalosis are confusion, tremor, lightheadedness, muscle twitching, nausea, vomiting, numbness, or tingling in the face, hands, and feet, prolonged muscle spasm, or tetany. So this is when our blood has pH above 7.5, alkalosis. Which of the following is true about organic compounds? Organic compounds mean it has carbon backbone. Right? So gamma always contain hydrogen and oxygen. Look for the carbon. So always have carbon. Right? Carbon content and with hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen later. But carbon is the backbone for the organic compound. So C is the answer. Which of the following is true about carbohydrates? So carbohydrate is mean that it has carbon and it have water, hydrates. What is water? H2O. So it's gonna be, it has carbon and water. So they contain C, yes, H, yes, and N, no. Remember, hydrate is H2O, so it should be O. So A is incorrect. They contain C, H, and O with twice as many hydrogen, H2O. Yes, H, there are two H and one O, so double H. So B is the answer. Look at C, they contain CHO with twice as many oxygen. No, more hydrogen than oxygen. Okay, H2O. Contain CHO with twice as many hydrogen than as carbon. No, as twice hydrogen as oxygen atom. So B will be the answer. A molecule that has formula of C6H12O6 is, it is what? It is sugar. This is glucose. And glucose is monosaccharide. It's simple sugar. So the answer will be monosaccharide, simple sugars. The monomers or subunit of polysaccharides is going to be poly mean many, saccharide is sugar, so consists of many simple sugar. What is simple sugar? Monosaccharide. So A will be the answer. The monomer of subunit of proteins are, so proteins will have a lot of amino acids. So the subunit of protein is called the amino acids. The monomers of subunit of nucleic acid like DNA or RNA are DNA, RNA, they have a subunit called the nucleotides. Nucleotide. There are 4 types of nucleotides, okay? Adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. So that's the nucleotide. The monomers or subunit of 3-glyceride are 3-glyceride. It is fat or lipids. It consists of fatty acid. So fatty acid and glyceride is glycerol. So fatty acid and glycerol. So that the subunit of 3-glyceride. Lipids are, what is lipids? Lipid is any compound that does not dissolve in water or the one that fear water. So look at that one. Compound that are soluble, no, it is incorrect. They are not dissolved. They are not soluble in water. Compounds that are insoluble in water. This should be the answer. This is the answer, insoluble. Also known as the hydrophobic. They fear water. They also known as non-polar. Non-polar are compound that does not dissolve in water. The polysaccharide in human that are stored in liver and muscle is or are. So sugar or polysaccharide that's stored in liver is called the glycogen. Glycogen is actually consists of many glucoses. So human or animal save their glucoses in the form of glycogen. Compared to the plant, they store their glucoses in the form of starch. Starch, okay? So starch are for plant, glycogen is for animal. Cholesterol and sexual hormones are, they are lipid, they are fat, okay? So cholesterol and sexual hormone are fats or lipids. Which of the following organic molecules can undergo replication? Organic molecule that able to replicate is DNA, nucleic acid. That's the reason why virus, even though they are not organism, they're able to replicate. Because what? Because they carry DNA or RNA. Okay, so they are not living things, but they're able to replicate because they have DNA or RNA. How do DNA, RNA differ? How? DNA, let's see, DNA is single-stranded. No, DNA is double-stranded. So A is incorrect. DNA carry genetic material, RNA carry information for making protein. That's kind of correct. We'll look for C. DNA consists of amino acid. No, amino acid is for protein. C is incorrect. DNA is in cytoplasm. Incorrect. DNA is in the nucleus. DNA contains ribose, RNA contains deoxy. This is opposite. DNA consists of the deoxyribose, RNA consists of ribose. So this is incorrect. Again, the correct one will be B. DNA carries genetic material, RNA carry information for making proteins. The formation of glucose from water and carbon dioxide by green plant is example of Glucose, which is organic or complex molecule. From water, this is simple molecule. Carbon, that's a simple molecule. So this is building. This is a building, which is anabolism. It is example of synthesis. Look for that one. A. So A, synthesis or anabolism, building bigger molecule. Glucose is bigger molecule compared to water and carbon dioxide. The breakdown of glucose into ATP, water, and carbon. So this is from bigger molecule into three smaller molecules over here. This is going to be catabolism, breakdown, or another word is decomposition or catabolism. The three major part of cells are three major part of the cell. Of course, the boundary is called the cell membrane. The content is called the cytoplasm. And there is a center of the cell is called the nucleus. So look for that three. Cell membrane, not cell wall. Okay, cell wall is not all organisms have cell wall. Only several organisms have cell wall. All organisms have cell membrane. So look for the cell membrane. Cell membrane, if this is cell wall, B is incorrect. Cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus. Yes, C kind of correct answer. Look the C. There is cell wall is incorrect. Cytoplasm, cytoplasm, organelle, this is incorrect. Okay, so it should be cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus. C is the correct answer. What does the selective permeability of the cell membrane mean? Permeable, selective, it means select. It will allow some molecule and it will block some molecule. If allow all molecule, it is not selective. Allow only oxygen and carbon is kind of, but it is not only that, okay? It allows some substance to pass through and exclude other. Yes, that's kind of correct. It's allow organic molecule to pass? No. So organic molecule can pass, other inorganic can also pass. It block all ions. No, not all of them. So it's going to be C. The main framework of cell membrane is the framework. It's going to be phospholipid. Remember, another name for cell membrane is phospholipid bilayer. So it's going to be phospholipid bilayer, E. The structural protein that span the cell membrane is termed as, so this is the protein that cross the cell membrane. Okay, remember there are two types of protein, integral and peripheral. Integral is the one that cross the cell membrane. Peripheral, it is outside or inside. It will not cross the cell membrane. So integral for this question, which is A. Okay, so look at this one. The A over here, the left one is over here is the integral. The other two is peripheral. Okay. Blank is the organelle that destroy foreign cell or debris. Destroy foreign cells. So there are, in this case, you have to know the name of the organelle and the functions. Okay, ribosome, A, incorrect, because ribosome function is to make protein. Proteosome function is to destroy proteins, unnecessary protein. So it is not the answer. Lysosome is the one that destroy the foreign cell and also debris. This is the answer. So C will be the answer. Blank is the control center of the cell that direct activities of the cell. Again, control center will be what? Nucleus. That's it. Control center of the cell is nucleus. Blank is the organelle that produce ATP. Which one? Ribosome? No, ribosome produce protein. Golgi apparatus produce product like hormones, enzyme. RER, this is storing for proteins. Nucleus, the control center. Mitochondria produce ATP. So E is the answer. What will happen if a cell is placed in hypotonic solution? Hypotonic solution. It means that the solution has less solute compared to the cell. So what happened? The liquid or the water from the cell will be going, I'm sorry, hypotonic, less solute compared to the cell. So what happened? The water will enter into the cell, try to dissolve the solute. So water enter the cell. Look for that one. Water will enter the cell causing crenation. This is correct, enter the cell, but crenation is incorrect because crenation means shrink. So when the water enter into the cell, it become bigger, not shrinking. So A is incorrect. Water will leave, it is incorrect. Water will enter. Water will enter the cell causing hemolysis. That's correct. So hemolysis is actually when the cell bursts out, explode because too much water. It's kind of bigger, 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 and they explode. So C will be the answer. What will happen if a cell is placed in hypertonic solution? It's going to be opposite, right? So the water from the cell will be out and the cell will be shrinking. So look for that one. The water will enter. It is incorrect. The water will leave the cell, causing crenation. That's correct. So B is the answer. What will happen if the cell is in isotonic solution? Isotonic means the solid concentration the same, so therefore the water can in and out from the cell. The cell will stay fresh. Nothing happen. Will enter the cell? No. B, leave the cell? No. Water will enter causing it? No. Water will leave the cell? No. Cell will not be affected. Yeah, cell will be staying the same, because in isotonic solution. E will be the answer. Stay fresh. What is an isotonic solution? Iso means the same. So the same solute concentration. Look for that one. That has lower? No. Higher? B is incorrect. The same osmotic pressure? Yes. So C will be the answer. What is a hypotonic solution? Hypo means lower. So look for that clue, lower. Solution that has the same? No. Solution that has cell to shrink? The one that causing cell to shrink is hypertonic, not hypotonic. Hypotonic will causing hemolysis. A solution that has the same concentration, this is isotonic. A solution that has lower concentration, yes, that's gonna be D. So D should be the answer. What is an hypertonic solution? It's gonna be hyper mean higher. Look for that one. So it's gonna be E. A solution that has higher concentration. E, the answer. A solution that has similar solid concentration with a cell is termed as, again, the same isotonic. Osmosis, this is special movement of water. Look for that one, movement of water, movement of solid, incorrect. Movement of solid, incorrect. Movement of water, yes. That will be the answer, movement of water, C. The process of engulfing solid particle of foreign cell by the white blood cell is called, so engulfing means eating, scientific word for eating is phago or phage. So it's going to be phago, look for that, phagocytosis, which is C. Transport of molecule that does not require energy from the cell is termed no energy required. So it's going to be passive. Passive transport. Passive transport, A. Which of the following is not a passive transport? Passive transfer does not require energy, and passive transfer consists of three, which is simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion, and osmosis. So that's passive transport. Diffusion, simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion, osmosis. The one that is not passive transport will be exocytosis. Exocytosis require ATP, require energy. D will be the answer. Movement of molecule from area of higher concentration to lower concentration. So this is higher to lower is called diffusion. So this is diffusion. Movement of oxygen enter the cell and carbon dioxide exit the cell is an example of oxygens can diffuse the cell easily. The same thing with the carbon dioxide can diffuse out from the cell easily. Oxygen diffuse in the cell easily because easily is mean simple. It does not require helper. So it's simple. Simple diffusion. Movement of ion from higher concentration area to lower concentration using ion channel. So this is using helper over here. So using facilitation. Therefore, it is called, look for facilitation, facilitated diffusion, P. Movement of glucose from higher concentration area to lower concentrations using transporter. So this is still diffusion because from higher to lower diffusion. Now using transporter, this is another type of facilitation. So it's going to be the same like ion channel. It is also known as facilitated diffusion. A skin cell has 46 chromosomes, undergoes mitosis to produce. So mitosis, it will produce two cells. Remember that mitosis final product will be two cells that they have the same number as the parent cell. So it has 46 chromosome too. Right? So it's going to be look for two cell with 46 chromosome. So two skin cell each carry 46. That's it. So it's going to be the answer A. What went wrong with the cell cycle that results in cancer? What happened with cancer? Cancer means the cell keep dividing. It's not stopping to divide. Right? So it's continuous dividing. Look for that clue, continuous division, cell division. Cell cycle run backward, no. Interface is too long, it's not. The cycle stop, no. The cycle continue. Mitosis is too frequent, it is too frequent. Continuously, never stop. Right? So mitosis or cell division continue. A spermatocyte that has 46 chromosomes undergoes meiosis to produce. Remember, the meiosis process will produce 4 cells. The final product will be 4 cells. Each cell will carry only half of the parent cell. So if the parent cell is 46, then the 4 cell will carry each 23 chromosomes. So look for that 4 cell. 4 sperm carry 46. Incorrect. Should be carry 23. 4 cell, each carry 20. So D is the correct answer. A stem cell that gives rise to any cell type is termed blank stem cells. So there are several types of stem cell. The one that is very, very good, it can rise into many cell, different cell, is called totipotent. And then there are another stem cell that can produce only several type of cell, is called the pluripotent. And there are stem cell that only produce one type of cell, is called the unipotent. So the answer for this is gonna be TOTI, TOTI, total, totally potent. E, a program cell death is called, okay, like for example, during fall time, fall season, many leaf actually perform this action. They perform cell death or suicide, and that suicide cell is called apoptosis. So apoptosis means the cell that performing suicide. They kill themselves. Apoptosis. Cystic fibrosis is primarily caused by cystic fibrosis. This is mainly due to the channel. It's a special channel called the chloride channel in the lungs that does not functional abnormally, normally. So chloride channel, abnormal channel on the cell membrane. So that will be the answer, A. Damaged cell of tissue that cannot be repaired, like muscle and nervous tissue, would induce. So what happens if this tissue, okay, like muscle and nervous tissue die? It will not be replaced. It will change into dead cell. It's called the necrosis. So cell is called necrosis, a dead cell, which is later becomes scar tissue. Okay, so necrosis becomes scar tissue. What is metabolism? We already mentioned this. Metabolism is all chemical process inside our body that consists of anabolism and catabolism. So A will be the answer. What is anabolism? Ana means synthesis, building bigger molecule. So this is synthesis reaction in the body. What is catabolism? Cat, destroyer, decomposer. So this is decomposition, reactions in the body. Which of the following reaction is catabolism? Okay, remember catabolism for bigger molecule into many smaller molecules. Look for that. Start with bigger molecule. Breakdown of glucose into cell in the cell produce ATP. That's it. That's the answer already. Glucose is bigger molecule, ATP smaller molecule. Then it is the answer. Which of the following reaction is anabolism? Anabolism means build a bigger molecule from many smaller molecule. Look for synthesis then. Breakdown of glucose. This is catabolism. Dehydration synthesis. Yes, there is a synthesis over here. That's the answer. That's it. So synthesis of glycogens from many glucoses. B, already the answer over here. Which of the following reaction release energy? Release energy, which is breakdown energy, will always release energy. The synthesis reaction will always require energy. So look for the one that release energy will be catabolism or decomposition. Look for that one. Catabolism. C will be the answer. Remover of water to form polymer from monomer is called. So remover of water from polymer to form polymer from monomer is called. So removal of water, this is dehydration, right? So dehydration reaction, which is synthesis, while the addition of water to break down polymer into monomer is called so using water to break down to lysis, gonna be hydrolysis reaction. So this is dehydration and hydrolysis. Dehydration synthesis and hydrolysis. B will be the answer. Molecule that functions to increase rate of chemical reaction is called. So we have a lot of this molecule produced in our body is called enzyme. So enzyme help increase the reaction inside our body. So that molecule is called enzyme, which is protein. Individual with lactose intolerant condition, lack of enzyme is called, that break down lactose into glucose and galactose. So this individual don't have specific enzyme that break down the lactose. So lactose is a substrate. Yeah, you see O over here. If it is enzyme, you just change O with A, become lactase. So look for the lactase, which is C. What is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration, this is catabolic. This is catabolism, decomposition of glucose into ATP. So look for that one. Reaction inside the cell to break down energy used for cell activity. Reaction inside the cell to release energy. Reaction inside the cell to produce. No, no, no. So breakdown, which is A. The cellular respiration reaction inside the cell to break down, not to break down, but to produce energy. So yeah, inside the cell to release energy. So B, I'm sorry, not A. It's release, not break down energy. Which molecule store glucose in human body? Again, it's called glycogen. Glycogen is the storage of glucose in animal, including human. The four basic type of tissue. Four basic type of tissue. Remember, epithelial tissue, connective, muscle, nervous. The one is not is skin. So skin is not a tissue. Skin is an organ. Is the study of cell, while blank is study of tissue. Study of cell is cytology. Study of tissue is histology. So A will be the answer. Is the type of junction in the blood-brain barrier that does not allow many molecules to cross. So the blood barrier in the brain has desmosomes. Does not allow many molecules. This is tight junction. Tight junction is the one that's very tight, will not allowing many molecules to cross. Which of the following type of epithelial tissue will be lining the lungs between the air blood vessel and the blood vessel to allow gas exchange? So it should be the one that is very flat and only one layer. Remember, one layer is called simple, flat is squamous. So look for that one, simple squamous epithelial tissue. Simple squamous. A will be the answer. Which of the following type of epithelial tissue will be covering the skin that give physical, chemical, biological protection? It's going to be many layers, right? Going to be many layers. So it's going to be stratified, stratified, and it's going to be squamous. So many flat layer. Stratified squamous epithelial tissue on the skin. Which of the following type of epithelial tissue will be covering the skin that give cycle? So this is the same question. So it's going to be stratified squamous ET. Cutaneous membrane. Cutaneous means skin. Refer to the skin. This is cutaneous membrane, refer to the skin. Which of the following type of epithelial tissue will be lining the respiratory tract? Respiratory tract, again, we already mentioned this, is going to be one simple layer of squamous. So simple squamous epithelial tissue. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not lung. I thought it's lung. Respiratory tract. Respiratory tract, like the trachea, it's gonna be pseudostratified with cilia. So they have cilia to remove some debris from the tract. So stratified, pseudo-stratified epithelial tissue. Which of the following type of epithelial tissue will be lining of thyroid gland? Thyroid gland, it is gland. Mostly gland will have cuboid and cuboid, so simple cuboidal. Which of the following type of epithelial tissue will be lining of the urinary bladder? Urinary bladder is need or required to be stretched. So the squamous, the epithelial tissue that able to stretch is called transitional. So transitional epithelial tissue. Which of the following type of the tissue is used for secretion, such as hormone secretion? So secretion is glandular, gland secrete. So glandular, look for the glandular, which is B. The cell of connective tissue that produce fiber is called fiber produced by fibroblasts. Fibroblasts. The characteristic of connective tissue is, again, you remember, connective tissue, it has what? It has cell and matrix. Look for that one, cell and matrix. It's concept of cell and extracellular matrix. That's it. Is A. The extracellular matrix consists of, again, matrix consists of ground substances and fiber. There are three ground substances: solid, liquid, gel. There are three types of fiber: reticular, elastic, collagen. So it consists of ground substances and fiber. A will be the answer. Fat tissue, adipose, bone, and blood are type of, they're all connective tissue. They're all connective tissue because they have cell and matrix around it. Which of the following tissue will be affected by deficiency of collagen fiber? Many collagen fiber, this is the strongest type of fiber. And there are, of course, it will be located in the strongest part of our organ, our body, which is bone. So mostly the tissue that will be affected will be bone tissue. Which of the following structure present in the heart or cardiac muscle tissue? Okay, so heart muscle, they have connection between them. It's called the gap junction. So you will have the gap junction in the form what we call the intercalated disc. So intercalated disc, this is another name for gap junction. Which of the following muscle under involuntary control? Involuntary control. Remember there are three types of muscle: skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle, smooth muscle. The only one that voluntary is skeletal muscle. So the other two, cardiac and smooth muscle, will be involuntary. Look for that one. Skeletal muscle, incorrect. Cardiac, yes. But there is look, C also yes. So the answer should be B and C, which is E. So E will be the correct answer. Which of the following muscle under voluntary control? You know it, which is the skeletal muscle. Which of the following muscle has stripe or striations? There are two types of muscle that have stripe, which is skeletal muscle and cardiac muscle. So look for that. Skeletal muscle, yes. Cardiac muscle, yes. So A and B, which is D. A and B. Which of the following muscle has many nucleus per cell? It's going to be the longest muscle, which is skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle have many nuclei. A, skeletal muscle. Cardiac muscle is found on, that's easy, what cardiac muscle? On the heart, on the wall of the heart. Smooth muscle is found on, so smooth muscle, they're mostly on the hollow organs, like tract, respiratory tract, urinary tract, blood vessel. So the organs will have smooth muscle. Nervous tissue consists of nervous tissue consists of two type of cell, right? So cells, which is the functional cell of nervous tissue is called the neuron, and the helper is called the neuroglia. So neuron and neuroglia. Part of neuron that receives stimulus is called, remember, neuron has three parts: dendrites, receive stimulus, cell body, process, axon, carry, order. So part of neuron that receives stimulus will be dendrite. Part of neuron that carry action potential or carry order is called this is the axon. In a neuron, a signal travels from blank to blank, then blank. Again, this is actually three part of neuron: from dendrite, cell body, axon. So dendrite, cell body, axon, which is A. Function of neuroglia is to, so they are helper, they are supporter. Look for that one. Support muscle cell? No, they are not support muscle cell, but they support the neurons. Okay, support muscle cells incorrect, support red blood cell incorrect, support white blood cell incorrect, support nerve cell or neuron? Yes, D will be the answer. The integumentary system consists of blank. So this is system that consists of organ called skin plus accessory skin structure. Accessory skin structure like hair, nail, and gland. So B should be the answer. Skin and its accessory structures are collectively called as, they are called as skin, cutaneous membrane. Cutaneous membrane. The two types of skin are, we learn this, there are thick and thin. Thick is thicker. It has 5 layers of epidermis. Thin is thinner, only 4 layers of epidermis. So thick and thin skin. E. The two main layers of the skins are, the top layer is called epidermis. The bottom layer is dermis. So 2 layers, dermis and epidermis, which is A. The thick skin has blank stratum or strata, while the thin skin has blank strata of epidermis. Already mentioned that thick has 5, thin has 4. 5, 4, which is C. Which of the skin strata is not present in the thin skin? I mentioned in the lecture, the thin skin do not have Lucy. So Lucy only in the thick skin. So look for Lucy, which is stratum lucidum, D. Which of the following strata consists of a single layer of columnar cell that undergo mitosis? So this will be the bottom layer, only single layer of cell, and many cell actually stem cell. They continuously divide to produce cell that will be pushed to the top. So this layer is called base. Okay, base basale. So look for that one, stratum basale, which is A. The blank is typically thinner than the blank. Okay, it's actually comparing the epidermis and dermis. So epidermis thinner than the epidermis. Dermis. Epidermis is thinner. Dermis is epidermis typically thinner than the dermis. A may be the answer. Reticular thicker than papillary. Stratum spinosum. Stratum spinosum is thicker. Skin of the soul is thicker than the face. Dermis thicker than epidermis. So A will be the answer. That's the only correct answer. The epidermis of the skin consists of blank tissue, while the dermis consists of blank tissue. A, B, C, D. So epidermis, it has, remember, stratified epithelial tissue. B over here. And then the dermis consists of connective tissue, dense, irregular connective tissue. Irregular, simple. E, simple epithelial is incorrect. It should be stratified. So B is the correct answer. Which of the following epidermal cell produce melanin, the dark skin pigment? Melanin, this is a dark pigment produced by cell called melanocyte. B. Why exposure to ultraviolet light like a tanning bed darken the skin? Why? Because the UV light stimulate production of melanin. Stimulate production of melanin, which is C. What happened to keratinocyte as they push from the deeper layer to the surface of the skin? What happened with the keratinocyte? When they push out to the top, it's become, they consist of many keratin. The keratin will push the nucleus out. What happens if the cell does not have nucleus? They will die. So they will die. They die. What determines the skin color? Again, it's gonna be melanin. Okay, melanin. Look for that one. The number of melanocyte is not melanocyte. Yes, melanocyte is cell that produce melanin, but everybody have the same number of melanocyte. And the one make different is melanin production, which is E, the amount of melanin produced by the melanocyte. Because epidermis does not have blood vessel, the blood vessel in the blank supply the epidermal cell. Epidermis don't have the blood vessel, so the vessel actually located in the dermis, in the dermis, so it should be B. B supply the epidermis. Which of the following cells are the most abundant in the epidermis? There are 4 cells in the epidermis. The most abundant one is keratinocyte, then melanocyte, and then Langerhans cell, and then the Merkel cell. So keratinocyte is the most abundant one. In addition to function for protection, the skin cell also play important role to produce vitamin. What vitamin? This vitamin is actually produced due to the light. It's called vitamin D. So vitamin D is produced, the precursor of vitamin D, and vitamin D itself will be produced in the kidney. So D, vitamin D. What is the correct order of epidermal stratum from deep to superficial? Okay, remember the mnemonic. Boy says, girls look cute. So boy, basal, so start with B. Start with the B, A and D. So look for the one. After B, boy say. So it's going to be spinosum. Basal spinosum. That's it. So A, because D is incorrect. Okay? So A will be the correct answer. The water loss from the skin is minimal due to the uh, structure of which one? It's going to be the epidermis because epidermis has a lot of keratin produced by the keratinocyte. So this is the water repellents and also the one that protect water inside our body. Save water. So this is protect us from dehydration. The tough fibrous protein in the skin epidermis that responsible for waterproof nature of the skin and protection against water loss is this is keratinocyte. Keratinocyte produce keratin. So the keratin is the name of the protein. It's produced by the cell called the keratinocyte. So keratin will be the answer. The hardness of the nail is given by keratin is can be really hard. eh, So that's going to be giving the hardness for the nail. The arrector pili muscle and the oil glands are attached to what structure of the skin. So the hair will always have or attached by oil gland. And also there is a muscle called the arrector pili that will also attach to the hair. Okay, so arrector pili is actually muscle that causing the hair become erected. Like for example, if you have goosebump, it is due to the smooth muscle, the arrector pili. So it's going to be the hair. What is secreted by sebaceous gland? Sebaceous, this is oil. So it's going to be oil. Fat, global mixed with the cellular debris. So B will be the answer. What is secreted by pseudophilus? Pseudophilus is sweat. Pseudophilus gland sweat, so it's going to be watery solution. How might merocrine or acrine pseudophilus gland to be described? So acrine, this is the normal sweat gland. Okay. Usually caused by like body temperatures. So body temperatures will increase the acrine or regular sweat. Okay. Apocrine, this is the another type of sweat which is a little bit oily and sticky. So how might apocrine pseudophilus gland will be this gland be described? It's mostly due to so they are located mostly in the area called the armpit and the groin. So that will be the answer over here. And they usually respond to kind of stress or some other condition, not really body temperatures. Sweating result in loss of body heat by, okay, so when the sweat produce, then what happens? The heat will be taken, it will be evaporate. So this is evaporation. A core body temperature that drops below 95 degrees is called. So below 95 is going to be hypo. So hypo, that drop below, it should be hypothermia. So I think it's incorrect. The answer of this is should be hypothermia. Okay, so this one, O. Okay, hypothermia. Okay, hypothermia. Next one, the control center of body temperature is in the, what is the control center of body temperature? It's going to be in the hypothalamus. Okay, hypothalamus. Okay. Blank decrease body temperature during exercise while blank increase body temperature during chill. So this is a type of feedback system. When your body temperature increasing during exercise, then you will produce sweat, so sweating. Right? And then in the cold weather, your muscle will be shivering. So B will be the answer. Redness and swelling in the area of injury is caused by inflammation that results in blank of blood vessel. So the blood will go to this injury area, and it is due to blood vessels uh, opening. It's vasodilation, which is the blood vessel will be open, will be bigger. It's not it's not constricted, but is uh, vasodilation. Cyanosis or bluish of the skin is caused by when the skin is bluish, it means that less oxygen. So less oxygen, so low oxygen level over here. Jaundice or yellowish of the skin could indicate. So yellowish mostly due to the abnormality of breakdown of glucose, I mean blood. So blood breakdown, which is the red blood cell breakdown or broken down in the liver. So if someone have jaundice, it's telling us he or she has liver problem. Albinism is an inherited disease that causes, so albinism is mean that white skin, white, everything's on the body is due to abnormality of melanin production. It means that they don't really produce melanin. So look for that one. Low, it's going to be melanin over here. So melanin production. Which of the following skin graft use skin from identical twin donor? So when it is coming from identical twin, it is called the ISO. So ISO graft. Auto mean coming from our own skin. If it is from twin, it's called the ISO graft. Which of the skin graft using skin from different species? Different species, this is the Seno. Seno is different species. Skin used from different part is own body. So it's going to be auto, right? So autograft. Skin graft use skin from the same species donor. Same species. Allograft. Which of the skin structure associated with acne? So acne, mostly because of the higher production of oil, right? Sebaceous gland. Fingerprint is associated with the structure of fingerprints. This is dermis layer. The top dermis layer is called the papillary. So this one of here, the one that gives the